for us.
The elevator? How's that working out for you?
Fine. I mean, I feel like if it's an area he's comfortable with, he's much better than like if he's never been there before.
He's
very good though.
You say he's more comfortable if he's never been there before?
No, if he's been there, as opposed to if it's a new area for him.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Sorry, my brain.
It's okay, me too.
All right, so good. So going on the elevator now. Anything else?
He's still like pretty anxious with the crate, even with the
Okay,
crate.
sure. Did you try any of the exercises I went over with you? Okay, cool. What are you seeing with that?
Fear.
Okay.
I think he's like picked up on like what happens.
Okay.
There's certain triggers for him now. Like if I go to the bathroom for some reason, that's a trigger, and if I like put on shoes, he like realizes it's about to happen, and he's just like
Shaking. Okay.
But he goes in when I ask him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
I don't know. I leave.
Okay.
With his bark collar on.
Okay. Have your neighbors or anything report anything?
No.
Does it count any barks?
Yes. And there's like 2 at the beginning and then nothing.
And it's been consistently 2?
Yeah.
What's your number set at?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Should probably look at that.
Yeah.
And then I also know like he tries to get out of the cage.
Okay.
Because he's probably a homeless. But it's like not a problem. By the time I come back, I can't hear it rattling or anything.
Okay. How long have you left them for in the kennel?
I think longest is 3 hours now.
Okay. It's a good amount of time.
Yeah, he's been doing it.
Okay, cool. So check your number of the bark collar.
Okay.
If it's set to 1, then set it to 2.
Okay.
Okay. If it's set to 2, I just bump it to 3. Because what we should see is a decline. If it's a static, like 2 barks every time, we want to see that progressively get lower.
Okay.
To where it's like every other day it's a bark, to, then it's like no barks for 2 weeks type of thing. And then progress it like that. But good. Anything else?
We took the halty off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you had the halty on last time. How is it working out for you?
It's pretty good.
Okay. Because then I think it was a prong as well that we had talked about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't think he needs it. He's pretty tolerable.
Okay. And on the collar, is that where you normally place it, or do you? No. Okay. Is that where you just placed it for today?
Nope. It slipped down there.
It slid down there.
During the walk.
Okay. So it might be. I mean, it looks like a pretty snug fit.
Yeah.
But he's got such a tiny little neck. Do you find it slides down like to that spot a lot?
No, this is the first time it's slid down here. Usually it goes right to the other side for some reason.
Interesting. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. My only concern would be pressure sores.
Got it.
Because if it keeps falling down to the bottom of his neck, those 2 things will always be rubbing against him there.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, I mean, he's got super thin fur.
Yeah.
So it'll be very obvious. You'll start to see a little bit of scabbing, and like it does look like some fur has already kind of come down a bit.
Yeah. I've been noticing that. You suggested some type of tension thing for him too, but I don't forget what that was called.
Tension.
Something that goes like around the collar as well. I don't remember. It was in our first consultation.
Maybe the adapter?
Maybe.
A comfort adapter maybe for extended wear?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can send you that information. Okay, you might have to remind me though, because I forget. Yeah, just like Jesse, send me the adapter, the link for the adapter to the collar, and I'll remember. Because I'm out till like 7 today, I think, with clients.
Okay.
So, yeah, just shoot me an email. And if you have any questions during the week, I always tell everybody, I'm like, you guys can email me if you got questions. Like the last client I just had had a rough week, and I was like, just email me, and I'll help you out. So cool. What we're gonna do is we'll start with the review.
Got it.
I'll have you show me what how it's looking, what you've been practicing. We worked here last time.
Yeah.
There was a car accident here earlier during a training session. We were actually over there.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, geez, another car accident right now? No, it's not. It's just a rattling thing. So I'm gonna have you just show me what you've been practicing, and we'll take it from there. Good.
That's pretty good.
There we go. Good. A little bit more. Good, one more. And what's your number?
40.
40, okay. Good. Okay, good. And when you walk with them, it's been pretty consistent like this?
Yeah, if we're in our area.
Okay, but like if you go outside of the area, then things get a little...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little pulley.
Okay. And what's your number been at typically?
37 and 40.
Okay.
In between those.
How often do you find yourself doing turns?
Pretty... Well, like when we're not just training.
Yeah, like so, because you're only really needing to turn when Wilbur, right?
Yeah.
When Wilbur's not walking next to you, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's say he's doing great for like, you know, you walk for like 10 blocks, you know, like, and it maybe you only do 2 turns to correct them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so probably 2. He's pretty good. Like he's a lot better.
Okay.
But, like when we do specific, because we train a couple times specifically with that.
The turning?
As well, yeah. And he's pretty good there, but he'll like, there's a point where he'll just like sit there and look at me like, come on, Rad, like, do we have to keep doing this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what do you do?
I just pull him a little.
And then what happens?
Good job.
Okay, great. Just making sure that we're working through that. Because a lot of clients will stop.
Okay.
Okay? So, if you ever find, like when you said when you go into, or earlier you said if he's in a new environment, he's a little bit more anxious, right? But then also he's a little bit more pulley, right? Is if I would break away from like let's say you have a normal route that you go, start deviating, going different places, because your training's only as good as the environments you practice in, okay? So that's why we're here, super busy. So our dogs get really used to routine, where he'll be really good on like the square that you always do. But then one day you're like, let's break out of the square, and then it's not so good. So we want to start targeting that right off the bat. But otherwise, I can see that you've done your homework. This is all looking pretty good. Any questions about any of the stuff that you've covered?
Yeah, just in terms of this, I'm like a little apprehensive to use it sometimes.
Okay.
Just in like that exercise there, I didn't use it at all, but were there like any moments where you were like, oh, she should? Yeah,
right there when you did that last turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Back. Okay.
Sorry.
Yep.
Worst dog owner ever.
It's all right. I completely blanked because he was doing so good. I'm like, oh yeah, we have reactivity.
Yes.
It's okay. So.
Oh, I thought you were testing me there for a second.
No. I blanked. That was my bad. My fault. So, but yeah, you should have done better. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. Right?
Just joking with you. No.
Cameraman. I'm like, no.
Sorry. So, if that ever happens, always straight up. Okay, always straight up. Because dogs, you know, like if he escalated, dogs direct themselves with the front legs. Okay, so if you were, I'll pull up until the dog's legs are all the way up. Okay. And actually, I have a video I can send you where we had a dog get super reactive, and she was like jumping and chomping at the leash, and we had to go up, and then we worked through it. The dog was fine. Okay. So it'll give you a nice visual. But yeah, I forgot he's got reactivity.
I mean, he's doing really good, right?
Yeah. I mean, he the reason why he reacted there was because the dog was right in his face, right? But I would have expected a much bigger reaction. So good. So that was better. I'm sorry. So go back to your question.
I remember.
Oh, about tapping. You're apprehensive. Okay. So why are you apprehensive?
I just want to make sure like I'm not feeding him negative information if it's not.
You're gonna make mistakes.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. Okay. Because if you think that way, you're gonna make yourself super nervous. Okay. So I always say like if you miss tap, one for good luck, and then if you're thinking almost always when a client's telling me something like I wasn't too sure if I should have tapped, I'm like like because that's you actually recognizing, but you're doubting yourself, or maybe the client feels bad, you know, and they're worried I'm gonna make the dog worse or something, and that's not the case. Like again, dogs bite each other. So as long as you're like not tapping for no reason. You know,
not just like sitting. No.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's obviously something you're communicating. Which is why I was like, you know, only work on the things that I covered with you, which was like real briefly was the kennel, and then of course leash walking. You know, because I get clients that will say like, you know, I try to call my dog to come and I remoted them and they ran away. I'm like, yeah, because you've not covered, you know, come when called with the remote yet.
Yeah.
So your dog's not trained on that.
There's also another tendency when I like have people in my space, like if my boyfriend comes over or something, and I say crate, he doesn't want to do it if he's there. But like when he's not there, he'll just like go right in.
Yeah. Does your boyfriend ever like does he baby him or anything?
I mean, they play, but
Okay.
I don't think it's like baby.
Have you ever tried to like discipline Wilbur and like your boyfriend like kind of intercepts and
No.
doesn't? No. Okay. I mean, it is a change. So dogs have a learning capacity of a 3 to 4 year old child.
Right.
So it's like me growing up. Like I knew when I was with my grandma, like I could get away with more stuff.
Yeah.
Or if I was with my mom and my grandma.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Everybody always
Yeah,
gets that
makes
reference.
sense.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I'm like, that's because that's a dog. Dog's 3 to 4 year old child mentally forever.
Okay.
So he's never going to become an 18-year-old to 21-year-old, 30-year-old.
Aw, you're so young.
He's always going to be a 3 to 4 year old. All right.
Spirit.
So, with that being said, if you know he has more tendencies to be non-compliant when your boyfriend's around, then I would work with him when your boyfriend's around.
Okay.
So that he learns it doesn't matter. You know, now if your boyfriend's like, oh, leave him alone, don't do that, and you respond and you stop the exercise, he learns that. Okay?
I'm not like that.
So.
All
All right. Anything else?
No.
Alrighty. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna show you. We're gonna add in the heel word now, because that looks really good, and then we're gonna add in some specific leg movements. Okay?
Leg movements?
Leg.
Okay. Yesterday was leg day. Be patient with me on this
Okay.
one.
Well, they're not that
Okay.
intense. Okay. Do you dance at all?
No.
No. Okay. When I get clients that like are dancers, like they pick up on it real fast.
Oh, well, no. Don't worry, I'm not like that.
All right.
I'll
So.
go nice and slow.
So here, what we're going to do is I'm going to start the first part super easy. So we got Wilbur on your left, because you're going to cue the word heel first, and then you're going to move with your left leg first.
Got it.
Okay, so it's going to go. Sure you got it? You're going to heel, left leg. Okay. Then you're going to stop. Okay, you're just going to sit. Okay. We're going to go heel. Okay, we're going to go left leg again.
Now I'm sounding like
Composure.
you're sounding me.
Composure. All right.
Okay. You ready,
So.
Stinky?
Go down. Go down. You're over here like, it's leg day, go slow. And then she's like, all right, I'll do it now. So, again, heel, left leg, okay? Super important.
Alright.
Right, so the reason why we're doing that left leg is because Wilbur's, of course, on our left side. In more advanced training, left leg means heel, right leg means don't move.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Got it? We're not going to worry about teaching that. That's just giving you an idea of like why the legs are so important.
Okay.
Is because dogs have a wider peripheral range than we do. So he can actually see your left leg coming out like that, right? So it acts kind of like when people do this for the sit, like this for the down, whatever. That left leg moving out tells Wilbur, now we're moving, okay? Now, in the beginning, I personally just always say the word heel whenever I go from stationary to motion, even with my own personal dogs. But like, let's say after a couple of weeks, because you have to teach Wilbur and build his concept of the word heel, okay? Is in the beginning, for at least the first couple of weeks, I always say that word.
Okay.
When we go from stationary to motion.
Okay.
If you're already moving and Wilbur passes, you wouldn't say heel and turn, you would just turn and tap. Okay, just because we never repeat the commands. But once he gets the concept of heel, you could come to a stop and he sits. And since you've already started it, technically you can move forward to left leg and not repeat it.
Okay.
Like,
No.
okay.
I believe it.
All right. We're just going to say the word heel every time we walk, okay? We'll make it simple.
Even now,
Yeah, we're going to start now.
to our little position.
Yes.
Heel. Oh wow, look at us. Heel.
Good. And then you'll slow turn. Good. And forward. Forward. Tap. There you go. Good. Now relax. And then you're going to slow down to a stop. Good. And then you're going to cue heel and then forward.
Heel.
And slow down to a stop. Good. And you're gonna do that 3 more times. Just heel, walk for a little bit, come to a stop, heel, and you'll probably have to turn at some point.
Heel.
Good.
Heel.
Good. Yep. Tap forward. He started to catch a tap. Tap. There you go. See that difference?
Yeah.
What was the difference?
It was completely unfocused, and then he refocused.
Right. And what was he doing instead when he was not focused?
Sniffing?
Sniffing. So when he's in heel, he's worked. He's working. He's clocked in. So like right now I'm clocked in. I have to work. I'm not smoking a cigarette. I'm not drinking a beer. But afterwards I could go ahead and go on and do that, right?
Okay.
So for Wilbur, very much the same.
Okay.
When he's clocked in, that's what he's supposed to be doing. And I don't care if he like catches like a scent or whatever, but he was really getting into it and like kind of like dipping his head down and kind of like moving forward. Too much. Okay. So pretty simple. Questions on that?
No.
All right. So now we're gonna move on to the hard part.
Oh. That was the hard part.
That was not the hard part.
That was not the hard part.
All right. So I'm gonna show you this. And people tend to do these things naturally until I tell them to do it on purpose.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just how it is. All right. We're gonna start with the left turns. We call these crossover turns. I feel like I'm gonna be yelling at you.
Heel.
There you go. Look at that. You're a professional now. Awesome. That's much better. So you have the heel, left leg, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna start off with that. Now when you're walking, when we do the crossover turns,
Okay.
they're called crossovers, so they cross over Wilbur.
Okay.
So these are left turns.
Got it.
As I find it's easiest to use the sidewalk as your guide.
Yeah.
So you'll talk on the right side.
Okay.
And as you're walking, you're gonna time it so that your right leg is gonna cut in front of Wilbur at a 90-degree angle. Like that, okay? Then you're gonna do a left leg, and then the right leg is gonna cut it again. Now you're going the opposite way.
Wait, one more time.
So, walking,
Got it.
and then right when we get to the crack, it's gonna be right, left, right. Okay? Right, left, right.
One more time. I'm not coordinated.
All right, well, we're gonna have to build some coordination.
Okay.
So,
We're walking.
walking, it's gonna be right, left, right. There you go. Very good. Okay. It's pretty easy, and it makes sense once you start doing it.
Okay.
Now, the other thing we want to do for Wilbur is we want to slow down. Okay. So, because if I'm walking at a brisk pace, you're just gonna punt him.
Yeah.
So when you're walking, you want to slow down at least 2 to 3 steps. Right, left.
So brisk, slow down, right, left, right.
What was that first word? Brisk. Oh, yeah, yeah. Normal pace to slow down to right, left, right.
It's okay, he doesn't know how to play.
Like it.
Yeah.
You know, like the red balloon. Like, where'd that come out of? So, yeah. So normal pace or brisk, slow down, right, left, right. So if you're doing this like on a normal sidewalk, you know, the normal sidewalk will be half of this.
Yeah.
If you do it correctly, you should stay within the width of the sidewalk.
If you do it correctly.
Correct.
Got it.
So if you end up like this, which a lot of people do, you've gone
You've
far.
messed up.
Okay. You've gone too far. So now we're gonna do the pivots.
Okay.
Now the pivots are easier. People tend to naturally pivot correctly until again I tell them to do it on purpose. And the pivots are essentially what you've been doing with that turn. Remember this?
Yeah.
But now this is when Wilbur's paying attention.
Okay.
So same concept. We're going to be walking, brisk or normal. We're going to slow down, and we're going to go left, right, left.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay. Left, right.
Left, right.
Yes, like that. okay? And I'm doing it very exaggerated, like, you know, in the beginning, this is just to help you get the muscle memory down. And then you start walking the opposite way. Left, right, left, okay? Just like that. So, what we're doing here is using Wilbur's peripheral range, because when he sees this come out for him, like he sees the step, and then he sees like the rock back or whatever, and you'll see him naturally just turn around you, okay? So we're using body language to communicate with him what you're doing. If you're doing all this correctly, there should be no remote. There should be no need for remote, okay? Now, when we go into these turns, like let's say you start to slow down and you're gonna turn left, if Wilbur keeps going, what does that tell us?
That is not paying attention.
Yes, and what do we want to do? And
Turn. I'm doing really good today.
you're actually giving answers this time. There you go, okay? So, yes, if you're slowing down, people tend to get stuck on the task.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna turn left.
Yeah.
And then the dog goes, and they like try to run around the dog.
Yeah.
Or they'll pull the dog back, and it's super awkward. And I go, no. The reason that feels awkward is because the dog wasn't paying attention. When everything is working together like it should be no problem. Okay? So, we'll go over the turns one more time. So we have our crossover turns.
Got it.
Slowing down, right, left, right. And then we have our pivot, which is going to be left, right, left. And we're going to do these in chunks. So we're going to start with the crossover turn, okay?
Okay.
And I'll coach you through it.
Which is the right one first, right?
Yeah, the left one. Left one with the right. So you're leading with the leg opposite to the turn. So if you're turning left, you're leading with your right. If you're turning right, you're leading with your left.
But we're starting with the right on my left.
Wait, you're starting with the left turns. I think it's an easier way to put it. Watch out, bike. Alrighty, we all ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Okay. Brisk walk, and then I'm going to slow down, and then we're going to work on this turn. Okay, buddy? Ready? Here you go.
Right, keep forward, left, right. There you go. It's like you're a runway model. You're like paw postured. You don't have to turn like that. It's only dog training, ma'am. Right, left, right. There you go. Jesus. All right.
This is how I learned it.
Okay, we'll have to have fun with it. Keep forward, tap, tap. There you go. Now relax. Right, left, right.
I think I'm doing good.
Dip your number down. Dip it down. Dip your number down. Jesus. Let's go to like 18. Okay.
18?
Yeah, let's go to 18. We have really good contact right now. Okay. We're gonna do a couple more. Then we're gonna normalize them a little bit.
I don't know how to normalize it, man.
All right.
I have no embarrassment. This is how I'll do it in public. I will let you know. Ready? Yeah.
I thought you weren't gonna normalize it.
That was normal?
That was a little bit more normal.
I still felt the attitude.
I mean, there was some attitude, but.
Yeah, for sure.
Just talking to you. Saw you doing those turns. There you go. Good job. I'm gonna do a couple more. Good. Yep, one more. Tap. Good. Good turn. And then you're gonna slow to a stop when you're ready. All right, very good. Good turns. I thought you weren't coordinated.
I'm not.
Whatever. All right, so here, see how he's shaking a lot?
Yeah.
It's because of the overhits, okay? But you said your number has been around 37, 40 just on a regular basis, right? Have you ever heard him yip like that? Nope. Okay, so it's just really good connection. So we went down drastically because it was such a drastic response, okay? So we went down just a little bit more than half from 40 to 18. This is okay. I like that you didn't, like most people go down to console the dog.
Maybe I have emotional problems or something.
Gonna have to edit that out here. I'm gonna have to edit a lot of stuff out for you here. Give me a lot of work to do. So, so most people, because they're caring and loving and want the best for their dog, would normally want to console the dog. The heartless, the was it sadistic, or masochist or whatever? No, I'm just joking. No, most people, you know, like wanna console, which I understand. I completely get it. I don't, because it negates the correction. I don't want to do an overhit, which is why we addressed it. But at the same time, when we're working with dogs with behavioral issues, you know, I like shit, just adjust it, and it's my bad. But I don't try to console them because then it just makes the dog think like that's how I'm supposed to react when I get remoted. Okay.
That's exactly where my head was at.
I could see that. So now, any questions so far?
Oh, so many. No questions.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the pivots. All right. Do you remember the pivots? Left, right, left, left. Nope, left, right, left. Exactly. Go for it. I'm gonna make that the new standard now whenever I work with clients. Like, you have to put some attitude into it.
Am I good?
I know why Wilbur has problems now.
You hear that? Stinky. Probably because I call him Stinky. Okay.
When you're ready.
Okay. Heel.
Tap. Tap. There he goes. Good. Attaboy. Since your mom won't praise you. There you go. You don't have to keep doing it. You can just walk north. Tap forward, tap forward. There we go. Tap, tap forward, tap forward, tap forward, tap forward. There you go. All right, do one more turn. Tap forward, tap forward. There we go. Good. He's just gonna do a little bit. Oh, look at the little weenie dog over there. A little apprehensive. Ah, okay, that's what I thought you were doing. Wrong.
Wrong.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
So here, you're going to, what you're doing is you're turning like this and you're extending. Okay. What you want to do is extend. Okay, so where you're at, right? So forward to left, back on your right, then down, down. Okay, and what you're doing is you're turning like this. You know, so you're...
My style.
But wrong. So there's no curving dog behind you? Yep, good. You good? You look like you're in a corner, like timeout.
We're both in timeout. You're in timeout.
Good. There you go. So the one just pivot to your right. There you go. And then go forward tap, then up tap. There we go. How much coffee did you have this morning?
Not even a cup.
Jesus.
I got 12 hours last night. I went to bed at 8, woke up at 8.
I wish I could do that.
It was awesome.
My brain only sleeps 6 hours.
Well,
I can't sleep in. So.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah. So we'll try it again.
Oh my god, I broke it.
Oh, look at this guy.
I swear I give him lots of love and treats at home.
Sure you do. This is normal considering that you had the whole overhit. And how long have you had him for?
5 weeks.
5 weeks? Okay. I mean, it could also be like it can either be the weather because it is getting colder.
Yeah.
But there's obviously a lot of stress here from the overhit.
This is how he is in the crate.
Oh, really?
When I leave.
Interesting. Yeah. So that makes sense then in terms of with the 40 hit from earlier. Okay. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay. So now we'll try that again. Those pivots. So it's extend, not turn. Yep. And then back on the right, then the left. Correct.
Can I please pet him?
Yeah. I didn't say you couldn't.
Good boy. Yeah, sorry.
Can I please pet him? It's may I please pet him.
May I please pet him? Tell my mom.
So when you give affection, you know, I want you to give it at the appropriate times, right? So here, like he was doing good because he was sitting beside you. This isn't, I know he's shaking right now, but like I look at this as she's praised for like being good. Dog didn't walk, there was no reactivity when the dog walked by. He kept that sitting position, right? Now if you were to start shaking and then you console him, tap for the sit. There you go. And then you, what?
I knew he was going to sit again.
With the tap or by himself?
I didn't tap.
You didn't tap?
No.
Oh, but he sat by himself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll try it again. You ready?
Yeah, are you ready? I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. All right. We're going to go this way, okay?
Okay.
Okay, heel.
Good. Right, left. Good. Good turn. You got it. Is that how you walk with them? Right, left. Good. Jesus. I'm gonna do a few more. Good. Tap forward. Good. Tap forward. When you're ready. Very good.
Very good.
Then slow down to a stop. Good. So you see how like he was just reading your body language? It's because that's how dogs communicate.
You're very good, Cindy.
Okay. So what we did was last week we taught Wilbur to be mindful of you, to pay attention to your speeds, when you slow down, when you stop, so on and so forth. Now this week I'm working on teaching you how to communicate with him. Okay, so heel means walk with me, stay with me, sit when I stop for Wilbur. Okay, for you, it means you have to make sure he's paying attention, turning and tapping if he's passing you, doing the leg movements, the pivoting off the left leg when going to the immediate right, or 180 to the right, doing the crossover with the right leg when going left, okay? So if he's being mindful and you're walking with him, like there should be no remoting, okay? Now if something catches his attention, like a dog or something, he gets distracted, it's fine. Then you're gonna have to correct him. But the more you do that, it should be like you say the word heel and then you're able to go on an hour-long walk with Wilbur and he's doing great the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay? Questions about any of this so far?
Do you have any questions, Bubs? No questions. I'm like so scared now.
Why, to tap him?
Yeah.
I thought you were heartless
I know,
and emotionless.
But now I am scared because I
Tap.
see him.
Tap. There it is. Look at that.
Wow,
He had a boy.
good boy.
Kid, you're fine.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you're good.
So
The model.
what we're gonna do here, our photo shoot. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna have you practice those heels
Okay.
and like heel to stop, but then also throw. So you're gonna practice your turns, the pivots and the crossovers, however you want. Okay, there's no structure to it. You just turn how you want to turn, and then stopping. You know, coming to stops as well. Changing your pace, speeding up, slowing down to see how Wilbur is doing. If everything is going well and he's being mindful, there should be no remoting and he should be right at your side.
Perfect.
Okay? when you're ready.
You're gonna be perfect, Stinky.
Well, maybe you'll be perfect.
No, we will be perfect. We're the dream team. Okay. Ready? Heel.
That's fine. It's okay. He went the wrong way, but it's fine.
I did?
He did. He went to your... He went outwards.
Okay.
Good. Good.
Heel.
Good. Good. That was better. That was a lot better. Good. A few more.
Heel.
Good. Good.
Heel.
Good pivot. Good. So, I think he's starting to catch on to your body movements.
Yeah.
Because when you make those left turns, did you notice in the beginning he kept stopping?
Yeah.
Because he was kind of unsure, like, he's like, why is she being dramatic? So dramatic, you know?
Stop.
No, once he started to see what you were doing, he started to hold the move motion a bit more, so that was good. And then on the pivots, on the 180 turns to the right, after the first one where he went the wrong way, that's the crossover. That's the pivot, correct. Then he started to continue the turn with you, because on one of them, when you turned, he went outwards, so he ended up over here.
Yeah.
But then once he figured it out, he started coming around, so that was good. So now we're gonna do,
Do you hear that? You're an A+ student.
I wouldn't give him A+, but fine.
I give him an A+. I give me like a C-.
So then you guys average out to a B.
Yay!
What we're gonna do, same thing, but now I'm gonna just yell stuff at you randomly, okay? So,
Oh, because this is gonna work.
yes.
Because I'm so quick in my head, okay?
So,
This is like Simon Says. I was never very good at that.
Simon Says. So yeah, very much like Simon Says, but it's gonna be like, it could be, you know, fairly tricky.
Yeah.
But if everything's going right, and you know, take the time to like do the behavior correctly. Don't just yeah, exactly. Don't scramble. Like I give you enough time to like do stuff.
Yeah.
But right, whenever you're ready, heel,
Heel.
pivot, crossover. You know, if you did it like a normal person, it'd be a lot easier for you. Pivot. Go and speed up. Crossover. Trick question. Come to a stop. What do we always do before we turn and stop?
Slow down.
Did you slow down?
No.
Well then. All right, let's try that again.
Did I answer it correctly? No.
You did answer it correctly, but you didn't do it correctly.
Okay.
Right? So yeah, if I tell you to speed up and I go pivot or turn, or you know, left turn or whatever, crossover, you still have to do like all the other stuff.
Okay.
Okay? Try it again. Heel.
Heel.
Pivot. Speed up. Hug to the right.
Hug to the right.
Hug to the right. Yeah, there you go. Slow down. Stop. Heel. Crossover.
Nope.
Speed up.
Doesn't feel right.
Not enough attitude. Slow down. Pivot. Good. Pivot. Good. Crossover. Good. Speed up. Really? Slow down. Stop. Good. Heel. Pivot. Good. Crossover. Good. Crossover again. Speed up. And slow to stop. Very good.
Good boy, Stinky.
All right. So, did you have to remote them at all?
No.
Because you're doing everything correctly. Okay?
Yes. With
So-
attitude.
So, when practicing this, what I recommend for people is that in the beginning, to build your muscle memory,
Got it.
is before your walks, start that potty break, let them do his business.
Yeah.
Now that we're using the word heel, technically if you come out and don't say anything, Wilbur is free to do whatever.
Okay.
You can pull and all that stuff, right? So once you cue the word heel, then everything turns on. Okay? Then everything turns on.
Good boy.
Okay, now I gotta adjust my camera. Bad, no jumping. Bad, Wilbur. Tap, tap.
That's on me.
Um,
That's how I greet him.
that's fine.
Okay.
I don't care about that stuff.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
About what? The jumping?
Yeah.
Okay. There's certain things I don't care about. Like I know some trainers will say like don't let your dog jump on you because like that's why your dog's reactive. But they
Yeah,
have nothing
I
to do
always
with
go
it.
like this. That's how he hugs me. Because he loves me. Because I'm a great mom. He feeds him hamburgers. I'm a vegetarian.
Well, he's a predator. Like he's meant to eat meat. He's not meant to eat vegetables.
Yeah, so he eats hamburgers and I eat the lunch.
Although he doesn't just eat hamburgers. Like you feed him like other stuff, right?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
No, hamburger for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that's it.
Oh, is it like a dog patty?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh. Well, because they make the patties, they make the raw patties now for dogs.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe she calls that a hamburger.
We have normal, we have dry and wet with a little bit of water.
How old is he?
5.
He's not that old. My pit's like 8 to 9. And he's like still eating normal food.
His teeth are like not a big deal.
Really? Because I can see the teeth right there.
I just do what I'm told.
Huh.
I just listen to what I'm told.
All right.
You're okay.
I mean, I don't care. Behaviorally, it doesn't affect the dog. That's what I care about.
That is not saying that.
No, my dogs eat Chipotle and McDonald's and meatballs and spaghetti.
Okay, well,
You know, they just don't eat on their, like, as a part of their, like, that's not their diet. But, like, I hate wasting food, so I give it to them. Yeah, you know. So I don't care about stuff like that. Unless it's, like, really unhealthy for the dog or the dog, like, it's something poisonous, like
cigarettes.
yeah, do not feed a dog cigarettes.
Onions, grapes.
Onions, grapes, raisins, garlic, avocado, cigarettes. What was I talking about? Oh, practicing. All right. So what I suggested in the beginning is you start with 5 heel to stops. So like,
Okay.
heel, walk, stop, heel, walk, stop, right? Then 5 heels to the crossover turns, and then 5 heels to pivots.
Okay.
Right? So you're not going to get very far. That's just a warm up to get the muscle memory going.
Okay.
The hard part's going to be when you're on your actual walk,
Yes.
is timing these things. Because now it's going to be, I'm going to turn left at the stop sign. Okay? So then you have to like slow down, get your timing right, turn left, and then go. Okay? You got dogs coming behind us. So it looks like he doesn't have any real interest in like last time.
Not if it makes like go towards him.
Sure.
He'll like walk to them, but he won't like. Well, he cares.
Yeah. I mean, he's concerned, but
I love you too, Stinky.
now that one's not good. Do you know why that one wasn't good?
Because it was cause for anxiety.
Yeah, like he was seeking comfort in that sense. okay? Because there's a stressor that happened, and then he started jumping on you. So that one I would correct, okay? Because that one's coming from a behavioral place, okay? But otherwise, I really don't care. So
we're a jumping family.
Questions about any of this stuff?
No, I'm just.
Nothing could have ever prepared me for this. 10 years of dog training.
We're the class clowns.
So what we're going to do is, he's doing really well. We're going to start one more thing, okay? Is we're going to start to stay. And just so we had dog reactivity, with the separation anxiety. Was there anything else that you needed to cover outside of that?
No.
So the reactivity, do you feel like you got a good handle on that?
I do, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Elevators are awesome, man. I miss them.
Okay. So now, the kennel stuff. What did we decide on? Oh, bumping the bar collar to 2.
To 2?
Whatever. Check your setting first.
I think it is at a 2 right now, so bump it to 3.
Okay, yeah. Go to 3 and see what happens. Okay. And then we keep an eye on that counter as well, because that tells us whether or not we're making any progress forward. But don't just bump it like right away. Like, we're gonna give it a week and see if you see any difference. Okay.
Okay.
So now we're gonna start to stay.
No.
Tap, tap. There you go. And what you want to do when he jumps on you is actually just keep your posture, and then just make him remove himself by just tapping. That's fine. All right. So for the stay, you're in the cute. Last
You might
week
have
you
to
seemed
burn
like
this footage.
you were like just like a what?
You might have to burn this footage.
I know. Don't toss the camera. All right. So with Wilbur in the healing position, right? So here right now, well, actually let's do this. Say heel, walk, and then come to a stop.
Does it matter what turn I do? Pivot?
No, you can do whatever you need to do.
Heel?
Good pivot. There we go. Good. All right. So, what command is Wilbur in? Correct. Okay. So he's not in a sit. A lot of people would say the dog's in a sit. Like, when did you say sit? You're like, never. What did you say? Heel. Dog's in heel. The auto sit is built into the command. Okay. So if you were to move again, what would Wilbur most likely do? Correct. Heel. All right. So now, what we're gonna do is stay. We're gonna take our left hand. Don't. All right. Look. All right. Left hand. Stay. Okay. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pivot your right leg, so that you can pivot out. Wilbur. Okay. Right leg out. Not too soon. So one movement, right leg out. Now you're in front of Wilbur. Like that. Okay? And then you're going to step back to the side again. Okay, so we're just getting him used to you moving and him not moving.
And I have to say that stay.
You would say the stay, correct, right? So what we're going to do here is you're going to go into a heel, turn, doesn't matter how, come back, come to a stop. He puts his butt down, wait a moment, stay. Then the right leg to come out in front of Wilbur, exactly. Wait a moment, then back to a side again. I'll coach you through it.
You're pretty confident, my guy.
Go.
Heel.
Good pivot. Good. Stay.
Stay.
Now pivot with the right leg. Good. Now back to his side. Now, the movement was correct. You would want to be a bigger step, because then you're like right in front of him.
Yeah, so like this?
No. Bigger step going outwards.
Oh, like this.
Yeah. There you go. And then back to a side. Like that. You got it. Okay. Try it again.
Heel.
Stay.
Stay.
There you go. Up. Tap. Now take a step back. Wait right there. So when Wilbur stands up like that, you're automatically going to pull up with that leash, tap to get his butt down, and then you would come back to his side. Okay, we'll try it again.
You got that, Wilbur? Hey.
There you go. Good.
Heel.
Good.
Stay.
Good. Good. Tap. Good. Back to his side. 2 more.
We did it. 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Heel.
Mm-hmm.
Stay.
Tap. Good. Very good. Good. 1 more.
Heel.
Good.
Stay.
Tap. Very good. Excellent. So now, what do you think the next step is? Now what I'm gonna have you do is same spiel, but once you come in front, you're gonna hold for a moment, and then you're gonna do just like a half moon walk around him. Like just walk, yeah, like up tap, good. And you're gonna walk just around the front half of, if that's how you wanna walk, then you can do that. And then back, there you go. And then you come back to his side. But yeah, yep, there you go, yep.
Yes. Yep. Uh-huh.
When you're ready,
Yes. Heel.
tap, good. Good turn.
Stay.
Good. Tap. Good move. That was good. Ease your tension a little bit. There you go. Back to his side. We'll do that 4 more times.
Okay.
Heel.
Heel.
Tap. Wilbur's had enough of this.
He's over it.
Good.
Stay.
Good. Good. 3 more.
Heel.
Good.
Stay.
Tap. Good move. Good. Tap. Good.
Good walk.
2 more.
Yeah.
Well, if you walk normally, maybe. Good.
Stay.
Mm-hmm. Good. What's this? What's this nonsense?
Heel. He's good. You're so smart.
Good.
Stay.
Good. Tap. Now try the walk half round again, since he made the mistake. There you go. Very good. All right, and bring him over here.
Do you hear that? You got a very good.
And then tap. There you go. Attaboy. Good job. All right. Yeah, he did good.
Yeah, you thought I didn't catch that there? Oh, I caught it. I caught it. I'll be talking to my therapist about that one.
So, people call me a dog therapist.
You want to handle my problems too?
No. Pretty sure I'm not equipped for that.
You gotta hit your time up.
I know, where
So I'm not even sure if I'm equipped to train your dog now. All that looked good. Your leg movements were correct.
Yes. And poetic.
Yes, it's like watching ballet, like dog training ballet.
Classically trained ballerina.
I thought you weren't. I thought you didn't do it.
I'm obviously not a ballerina.
Well, you got the leg movements really quick.
Yeah.
Usually people like stumble and stuff. So I mean, but you got it pretty quickly.
I just got rhythm. So does my dog.
Apparently. He's like a little maraca shaking down there. So your homework for this week is to apply that. Now, that is heel. What we just covered today is the whole package of heel.
Okay.
Now you have your on switch. So technically, if you walk out and you don't say anything, Wilbur, dog by the way, Wilbur is free to do as he pleases. And then once you cue that word heel, then everything would kick into effect. Okay. When it comes to practicing to stay, what I recommend is, like, let's say you're coming to a red light, and you're waiting for it to turn green. You can practice your stays at the red light. Let's say after he poops, up, tap, put his butt down, stay, put it in the poop, back to your side.
That's a problem. He's a kicker. This morning he kicked right into it, and I said, "Yeah."
Did he kick it at you?
No, he kicked it behind, but it got all over his feet.
Oh. So you can do that now. Maybe when you're going to throw the poop away, Wilbur stay, walk away, throw it away, back to the side, right? Remember earlier when I said when we go heel, we do left leg, and then right leg means no move? That's what we just did. Okay.
So yes. I do have a question.
Yeah.
You said I need to get what size leash for next class?
Oh, a 30 foot.
30 foot.
Yeah, a 30 foot long leash. It's going to look like
Is
this.
30 feet a lot?
30 feet is just the right and simple leash like this.
30 foot.
Yes, 30 feet. 20 feet, like, it works, but 30 feet is more realistic.
Okay, 30
Yes.
feet, and
They run like $8 to $12, nothing fancy.
that one's pretty simple. Can I buy a fancy one?
I'm sure.
Okay.
But a leash though, not like a flexi leash. Okay. And I don't even know what a fancy one would look like. Oh, I don't know if they would make. I mean, you could check.
Amazon.
But yeah, 30 feet is like the perfect length. Okay. Anything else?
What's next class?
Well, if everything's going great with the behavior stuff,
Wow, if.
huh?
If.
If everything is going great with the behavior, then I would go into recall.
Okay.
Then the next thing to tackle is really the kennel stuff. The reactivity seems to be pretty good. The only moment he had was that one little puppy that was right in his business.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't do that.
So, which is not out the ordinary.